Hi, I'm Rachel, and this is my Author's Answer video for November 2024. The Author's Answer series was started by J.D. Archer and his writing group that primarily met on their blog for several years, posing reading and writing related questions to each other. And then JD went ahead and answered some of those questions again on his AuthorTube page, so I'll link to all of that information down below. And I have been going to this series of questions for several years now. I've been answering them chronologically, one per month, and it's been a whole lot of fun. Especially, I think, with this next set of questions. The next few questions are, in fact, writing exercises. Really appropriate timing for me, I guess, to start this during NaNoWriMo. But yes, question 92 is to think up a genre and a premise for a title that's randomly thrown out, and that title is Lemons and Steel. So I went ahead and I wrote out a little ditty that's probably a little bit embarrassing, and I'll use Nano as my cover of it's not about the quality, it's about the quantity of words, that sort of thing. Kind of keeping in what I'm writing right now in my own, fantasy novel, I've turned to young adult fantasy as the immediate genre that leapt out to me for the title Lemons and Steel, and then I went ahead and wrote a quick little embarrassing synopsis. I said that my setting would be a secondary world that semi-represents southern Italy, which is where much of my family is from. And I was thinking a bit about some of the fantastical elements that I'm actually writing about in my Jewish-inspired YA fantasy novel right now, and other things that are just prevalent in YA fantasy, and then also just a little bit of like Elena Ferrante's Neapolitan Quartet. Really just the fact that there's two girls who are friends. That's that's as far as I can take that one. But here we go, and I will also point to a fantasy name generator that generated some Italian names for me, which it's all very embarrassing. I hope my family will invite me back to visit them in Monticelli after this. We'll have to see. But here we go. Here's the synopsis. Aurelia Cora and Sibilia Gionotti have been best friends ever since they were little girls. Living in the impoverished village of Appianai, they played in the lemon orchard where 3 of their 4 parents toiled, dreaming one day of making it to the far-off palace in the capital city of Romulus. One year, after an incredibly hard winter with little food, a mysterious stranger named Remo Scarpula comes to town, luring teenagers into the lemon orchard late at night, promising a job opportunity. But what he really wants is an army to take on the king's men who are starving and overtaxing the people. Sibilia quickly falls for his charms, romantic and otherwise, while Aurelia, whose father is a tax collector, is more reticent. What if this army were to fail, or, worse, succeed and then turn on their own? Sibilia and the others escape into the woods to learn swordplay, while Aurelia uses her father's connections to take an audience with the king's representative, Nazaro Pistone. But will her attempts to stop a conflict only bring it to her door that much faster? Well, okay, there we go. There's my silly little synopsis with my silly little names. I was kind of trying to play around with the idea of complicated, political organizations. I mean, complicated enough for, a few paragraphs of random thought that I don't, thank goodness, have to flesh out into an actual story. I'm having enough problems as it is with the novel I've been working on for years with that concept, but I hope it was somewhat fun and not at all insulting to my Italian brethren to listen to that. I feel like, Southern Italian culture hasn't really been seen in the, secondary world, inspired by culture setting yet, so I figured why not. And that about covers it for me now. Again, I'll link to my, fantasy name generator down below. And I'll also link to my own Author2 playlist down below, which is primarily made of me answering the 91 previous questions of Author's Answer. I've been having so much fun with this. I'm excited. There's still a lot more left to go after this, so I think I'll be taking this into 2025 and beyond. But before I get to that, I will be next on this channel in the next couple of days to post my week 4 NaNoWriMo vlog, really getting near the end here. And then in the week following, I will have my November book haul. So very exciting to share some new books with you all, and stay tuned. I hope all of you who are participating in Nano with me are staying on track. It's been, I'm sure, a really arduous few weeks of trying to get to this crazy goal, and it can be exhausting, and I hope you see the silver lining at the end of the tunnel. So thanks so much for watching, everyone. Keep writing, and I'll see you next time.